500 steps. That's what everyone keeps saying. It's totally worth it. You have to do it. Nobody mentioned the 500 tourists who had the exact same idea on the exact same day at the exact same time. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything. The entrance, the climb, the crowd situation, and the view at the top. By the end, I'll give you my honest verdict. Is Hang Mua Viewpoint actually worth it?
Good morning, everyone. I'm here at the Mua Cave entrance and we're gonna climb up the 500 steps. Honestly, I'm here on a Saturday and there are so many tourists. The entrance fee is now 150,000 dong compared to 100,000 from what I saw in the other guides. So I guess they increased the prices. Same as well yesterday. Instead of 250 at the Chang'an boat tour, it was 300,000 dong. So they increased prices here by 50,000. So yeah, let's go to the entrance and see what's up there. A lot of people, a lot of tourists, a lot of buses with people in them. So let's see how this goes.
When you first walk in, it's actually really lovely. There's this garden area with a lotus pond, little pathways, and sculptures. It's very serene and peaceful. I remember thinking, okay, this is great. I love it here. And then I looked up at the staircase. Okay, I'm not even going to lie, guys, the crowd was a shock. I got there around 10 a.m. on a Saturday, which in hindsight was my first mistake. There were so many people going up, going down, stopping in the middle to take photos.
Climbing up the first steps of the mountain. I'm kind of worried because I have a bag. It's a little bit heavy, but not too heavy. It has my water in it and my camera gear. So 500 steps. Let's go.
The steps themselves are stone, steep, and narrow, especially near the top. And there's almost no shade the whole way up. The sun is just directly on top of you. I suggest you wear comfortable shoes, sneakers at the minimum, and proper hiking shoes if you want to be safe. Bring water as well. There are vendors at the bottom and a small rest stop partway up. But stock up before you start.
I'm taking a break every 30 steps. Holy shit, I'm so tired. This is the view. Almost there at the dragon.
The climb took me about 25 minutes, and that was with stopping and waiting for the queue in front of me to move. On a quiet day, you could probably do it in 15. I was tired, but the kind of tired that makes you keep going, you know? And here's the thing, even halfway up, the views start appearing. You start seeing the rice paddies below you, the river, the mountains, and I remember thinking, okay, maybe they're right about this place. And then you reach the top. I was genuinely speechless. It looks like a screensaver, but it's real. There's also a dragon statue at the very top, which is a great photo spot. There was also a line. Of course, there was a line. But I got my photo, and looking back down at the full staircase from the top was honestly kind of satisfying.
Hello everyone, I am here with the view of the Chang'an River. Now this is why they tell you to travel while you're young, because I am not doing this when I'm 50. Oh my god. That was tiring, that was exhausting. I'm sweaty and there are people here as well, so the lines are long, a lot of people trying to get to the top view, but I am good with this view, honestly. I'm tired. So yeah, it's tiring, a lot of people, but the view is beautiful. It's also drizzling, not the sunniest, but I like this way better than the scorching heat, especially here at the top. And there from afar you can see the boat tours, which I went to yesterday. So
if you want to see more helpful vlogs and breakdowns like this, hit that like and subscribe button.
I am tired, but I've got a preview behind me. It's the Lotus Fields. We'll go there later after a quick coffee break. So, I got a little bit of a break. I have the coconut here. Instead of coffee, this is 40,000 dong. It's very refreshing. And my friend Alaska said that coconut juice is actually refreshing, more refreshing than water, the normal water, because this has electrolytes. So yeah, I drank most of it, but I would actually like to eat the coconut inside, but they're not that nice and they won't open it, so guess we're just sticking with the water, coconut juice. But it's okay. Later we will walk and see the Lotus Fields. I was expecting more lotus flowers, to be honest, but maybe it's not high season now, but I think it's perfect because the weather is not so hot. As you can see, this is my view. So I like, seeing things and doing a bit of adventure, but at the end of the day, I also like people watching, just sitting and relaxing with a nice little drink. This is my coconut drink. Hello everyone, I'm officially done drinking my coconut drink, and this is still part of the area near the climb. So this is the Lotus Fields. I guess you call this the Lotus Garden. So there are lotus flowers here. Not as much compared to when I went to Benchakiti Park in Bangkok, but yeah, there's a lot of them here. And this is actually one of the views from above there where I went to, where it was very exhausting, honestly. Would I go there again? No, I am tired. It's not for me, but the view is beautiful. If you know that you're able to climb, if you're strong, if your knees are okay, you don't have arthritis, then I would definitely recommend going up there. But it's not for me. I'm not a hiking, extreme sports kind of girl. I like exploring places, but not the top of the mountain kind of place. Something like this with my cute little hat and the Lotus Fields. There's a cutesy little girl thing, but yeah, this is the Lotus Fields. So pretty. I saw some girls taking pictures. If you have a pretty dress, bring that here. Put on your dress, put on your cute little hat, and take pictures. So from up there, that's where I climbed, and you can also see the view of the Lotus Fields from up there. The view is very beautiful, but the climb is very exhausting. But if you're up there, stay for a bit, walk around, see and enjoy it. There are a few fishes here too, but not many flowers. Oh, I see one flower over there, but over here not so much. They're mostly leaves, and a lot of them are dying. There are cute ducks behind me, guys, but the moment I went closer, they went away. So apparently they don't like me. Apparently the ducks don't like me.
So, was it worth it? The view from the top of Hang Mua is genuinely one of the most beautiful things I've seen in my travels, and I don't say that lightly. There's something about being up there surrounded by mountains with that whole landscape below you that makes you feel very small in the best way possible. It reminded me why I travel, why I chose this kind of life. Now, if you want a quieter version of this experience, come before 8 a.m. or around lunchtime when everyone's going down to eat. Come on a weekday. I went at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. I learned the hard way, so you don't have to.
You know what's so weird? It's 1 p.m. So I think a lot of the tourists with big buses are having lunch, and so there's little to no people now. I took a look at the stairs, the stairs going up to the peak. There are not many people, and here it's quite empty. So I think those big tour buses left and are now out for lunch. So maybe consider coming here when the tour buses are not coming, but it might get hot. Yeah. And that is the end of our Hang Mua adventure for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any other places that you'd like me to explore, please put them in the comment section below. See you around. Carpe diem. Go and seize the day. Mwah.